Hmm? Hello. My name is Jan Mevissen. I work for Interactive in Germany. We are doing Plone since version 2.5, I think, and we do not work with 2.5 at this time. My talk is called Text Analysis and Optimization in Volto. And the topic is more content creation and authoring than just content management. So first of all, there's some pain points in creating good web content, like audience targeting. So can I? Yes, so I would like to read. Sorry. Oh. Perfect. Thank you much. So there are like problems like audience targeting for whom would I want to make what content, editorial guidelines that could be different for each use case or company. There are SEO optimization issues you could run into, and grammar, spelling, translations, and so on, and maybe complexity in text and text that is, say, wrong or is written not understandable. So we ourselves are doing not only website creating, we are also doing consulting in content creation, and we help out creating content, for example, for university websites. And there are some facts that are problems with creating good web content, like the lack of time that you don't have that much time to create good content. You have quality problems where you have different authors and obstacles of kinds, and for especially SEO optimizations where not every editor is learned in how to create SEO-friendly content. And the fact that if you have, for example, when you have a university site and you have like thousands of authors, they all have a different style and different opinions on what is a good text. And it would be great to have, for once, some kind of measurability of text quality, and additionally helpers for content creators and authors, so that they are not only said, yeah, your content isn't good, but will be shown how content could be made better. So now in our modern times, and especially in the last years, AL, natural language processing, RAG, is more and more evolving, and we have thought for us, how could we use this new and ever evolving technologies to help authoring good web content. And therefore we started creating and working on a Volto product for analyzing and optimizing content. Yes. So basically the idea is that you have your Volto editor open, And you can select an analytic tool that will calculate different content scores, and you can get it as an information and as a measurement. Secondly, there will be, or there is word highlighting in the middle of the slate editor text with explanation why specific words were not good. For example, it is this example of gegenwärtigen. It's a German word, but it's one of the long ones. And it is the analysis shows that it's for once a complex word, and it gives you a suggestion what would be a better word. You not only get tooltips with informations about what you could do better, you will also get the possibility to auto exchange with a suggestion. So for this to work, we use different technologies. So we try to, as much as possible, have an open source tech stack. We could and use pluggable LLMs such as ChatGPT, but also an open APT would be possible. And the idea is that people who use it could own it in the best optimal scenario. So some idea about the architecture, how it works is we have a service that is independent from Plone, so it could be used for different content management systems or web content creation frameworks, and it is connected then through the REST API to Volto and the Slate editor, and could be connected to different LLMs of your choosing. So you could choose using OpenAI as an open source framework, or if you it's okay for you to use ChatGPT and pay some money, it's also possible. Additionally, we use text processing, also very basic natural language processing frameworks like SpaCy, Stanza. We have a database to source something, and we all have it Dockerized, so it could be easily installed in a normal server architecture. So as example, why and how we use these tools, one is SpaCy. SpaCy we use to analyze and extract information from text. So it's practical because it's pretty fast. It is not an LLM, it is natural language processing. What it is good at is not only, say, counting words, but detecting what the words mean, or what kind of word you have. It's if it's a subject or is it an adjective in your text. And we use SpaCy for mostly the statistical calculations to get measurements for identification of sentence word boundaries, and if text is basically complex. And then we use LLMs for advanced text understanding, and especially for creating suggestions of what you could do better in your text. And we are using LangChain so that you could connect to different LLMs of your choosing. So then there's the Volto integration. So we have created two plugins. So one is for the Plone backend, where we created a service for getting the Plone style data, reading it in, reading out the block contents from Slate editor style, getting it to into text format to send it to the AI service, and getting the results back and sending it back to Volto. And on the other side, we have created a Volto product for rendering the data we get back and the results we get back from the AI service, and make them available in the Slate editor. For text highlighting, colleague of mine did create a custom Slate plugin so that we could create our own tags with the additional data of we need for the analysis, so analysis name, styling, suggestion text, and this is then rendered in the Slate editor during editing. Now we have prepared a screencast for you to show it in more or less real life. I hope it does work. So we have a website in Volto. We could edit it. Then there's a tab for the KI tests tool. There's the possibility to select what you want to analyze. So everything is selected now. Additionally, there's a language selection if your language isn't selected correctly. And also the started, it gives you the statistic results and the text highlighting inside the Slate editor in the blocks. And as you can see, you have the possibility to use the suggestion during editing. Sorry, it would be better, but okay. So we would have preferred to make a live testing, but it was more secure. We didn't know how that your internet is that good, your Wi-Fi is good. Back to the presentation. So there are some key differentiators or goals that we want to get to. So we want to have the AI tools integrated into the Volto CMS. We plan to have it customized so that you could have your own organizational guidelines. For example, it would be a different task doing something that is maybe for a university than for, say, an official website for your town. Then it should be accessible and easy to use. And one goal is to add something unique to Plone, so that Plone has some extra special functionality. The project itself is, we are currently working on it. It is quite okay. It does work, but we haven't finished it yet. At the moment, it's a prototype, but we plan to release a Volto add-on in 2025, optimize the UI, work further on extending the slate editor, make tone and style customizable so that you have some organizational options, include SEO optimizations, and our long-term goal, and at the moment we are evaluating the use of AI agents in a general manner for content management systems. So this would conclude my talk. Yeah, thank you for listening. Questions?
Well, does someone have some questions?
So because the system is learning or changing the way that you're using the words and telling you these are complex words, stuff like that, will it learn from the way that you are using it on your website?
This is a good question. Also, so at the moment it doesn't, I think, but it's a good idea to add to it, to say adjust to your preferences and your style.
Yes, thank you, Jan. Really interesting presentation. And you said that you are really like open sourcing it and sharing it, right?
Hmm?
You are sharing the product in the beginning of next year.
So the idea is to, to release the Volto content.
Yeah.
So I have asked one of the important questions. So how open source will it be?
Yeah.
I guess that's the question you had. I asked this morning at 7 o'clock, and I got something like from my chef. So it's there will be an open source option of.
Yeah.
And I will try to get it as
Good.
open source as possible.
Yeah, that would be really cool to try out, because at the university we are looking all kinds of different ways to utilize AI tools, and this looks really nice integration to
Thank you.
Volto. So yeah, thank you.
Anyone else? No? So thank you. That was a great presentation. And now I'd like to... Now I'd like to invite you all to the lightning talks that will be held in the January. Thank you.
Would have been nicer if I could have read it, but